Now, one organization working to curb violence in the Windy City is Southside Blooms, a nonprofit organization that provides work and opportunities for at-risk teenagers and young adults. The president of the organization is with us now to talk about their efforts. Keelan Blackwell, thank you so much for joining us tonight and welcome to BNC.
Thanks, Brittany. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, we are happy to have you here too. I mean, the city obviously has gone through a lot when it comes to gun violence. Every weekend we hear about multiple people being shot in Chicago. The headlines, unfortunately, Keelan, are out there. How do you feel about where Chicago stands right now when it comes to violence?
Yeah, I mean, it's really spiked a lot during COVID. And, we've definitely seen a lot more demand for our program as a result. I like to say that, like with Southside Blooms, we were kind of like a beacon of light in a pretty dark situation here on the south sides and west sides of the city. One of the things that makes our program very unique is that we're really building a bottom up anchor industry through flowers and bringing both natural beauty to our communities as well as helping our young men and women who are in the streets to be able to display their talents for everyone to see and enjoy.
Yeah, and Keelan, tell us a little bit more about your organization. We know it takes a lot of work to change that culture, especially in our Black neighborhoods, and you're working to change that with the flower farms. Specifically, break down what it is that you all have the teens doing.
Yeah, so we train our teens as both flower farmers as well as florists. One of the things that's pretty unique about the floral industry is that it's a $35 billion a year industry, but 80% of the people that you see or 80% of the people who buy flowers in the United States actually or 80% of the flowers that come from overseas in the United States. Sorry about that. So there's actually a huge opportunity to be able to grow flowers here in Chicago and in the market. And our goal is really to redirect the money that currently is being exported overseas right here into our neighborhoods.
Yeah, and I love that. I'm reminded of the picture that we showed a moment ago, showing that kid with his cute locks and just in the flower farm. Like, you don't always get the opportunity to see us in that type of environment. So this has also been life-changing for former gang members as well. You're helping save lives and changing the way we as Black people, like I just said, see our environment. Why was it such a vital movement for you to help give these teens a second chance and help them grow?
So like for me, I'm not originally from Chicago. I grew up in Madison, Wisconsin, and nuclear affluent family. So when I came to Chicago to go to ministry school, and I was volunteering on the south side in the Inglewood neighborhood, for me it was my first time really coming face to face with inner city poverty, and I just really felt that I could be any one of these kids. The only difference is I just had access to more opportunities. From that moment, I really felt like I needed to dedicate myself to, really trying to open up opportunities for them. Because the thing is, like, a lot of these kids, like, they're not bad kids, and that's one of the things that we don't really like. Like in the media, they're kind of seen as criminals, but they're kids who got, they love to laugh, they love to play, they have a lot of gifts, they have a lot of talent, and you can see like they make our flowers, so they make our bouquets, they make our boutonnieres, they make our corsages. And, even as you're saying, I mean, these are images that you don't normally associate with young Black men in particular. So it's really been really cool to sort of see how it's softened and humanized a lot of our guys, from the outside world.
I love it. And I mean, they actually get paid for this, right?
Oh, yeah. So they get paid $15 an hour. It's a real job,
Big
so,
money.
they come in, they're expected to be here on time. They work their shift, they get paid every 2 weeks. And that's their favorite part is definitely cashing those checks every 2 weeks. And that's no, but that's like it's important. We want them to know like, hey, you're adding real value, to our customers, to our larger community, and you should be compensated for that just like anyone else.
Yeah. And how important, Keelan, is fixing blight a solution to fixing the gang and the gun violence problem?
For those who don't know, like places like the South Side is littered by vacant lots. There's literally tens of thousands of vacant lots all across the city, but they're predominantly concentrated in Black communities on the south and west sides. So when you think about flower farms potentially, repurposing these lots, it's a huge thing. I mean, like we get a lot of compliments on our flowers, just by neighbors who saw like who sort of seen these lots before where maybe there are like, cars are left there. A lot of lots are used to like hide drugs and other nefarious activities. So when it becomes a flower farm and you see like sunflowers and dahlias and zinnias, and you see these young men going and working it, I mean, it puts a smile on everyone's face.
Yeah.
It really means a lot to be able to turn these vacant spaces into these beautiful flower farms.
Yeah, there's nothing brighter than that. But before I let you go, where can people find the flower farms and actually support your organization?
Yeah, so you can go to our website at www.southsideblooms.com, and that's where you can support us. You could buy our flowers there. You can make a donation, and we are also looking to expand. We did open up a site in Gary, Indiana, so we would love to eventually one day be a nationwide organization and come to a Black community near you.
Yes, that is amazing. Well, I got a wedding coming up, so I might need to put in my order for you guys to ship me some flowers. That would be fantastic.
Congratulations, and yes, please keep us in mind.
Yes, I will do. Keelan, thank you so much, and thank you for the work that you are doing in your community and making sure that these young men are able to get jobs and stay out of a life.